Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in for another astro-gravitational report. Coming in today, looking at the charts. And today we are going to go through a turbulence. But every flight that goes through a turbulence is safe landing. There's a lot of going on today with understanding within the situations. The moon is going to move into Virgo. And at the end of the day, midheaven is going to join the beginning of Virgo close with the moon, and that's going to lead to a spiritual healing. What I'm talking about is spiritual healing. I want to talk to you that way back because we have the full moon right now in Leo. When we had the new moon in Leo, that is the lion's gate. Usually, it's open during that time. That is when the two eyes are coming together. That is the wisdom, the sun. It represents Ra. Uh, and when you look in there, you need to understand there is inside of you in your brain, you have two halves. If you look at it from the one side, you have a one view. If you look at it from the other side, you have another view. But if you look at it as a whole, the double visions of within you, that's what represents the union of the two eyes, the eyes of Ra and the eyes of Horus. The one sees from the material perspective, the other sees from the spiritual perspective. And when you get in at the boat, you actually become the God or the God made and so on. I just made a post out in the Facebook. You should go take a look at it if you're in my Facebook situations. But this is what actually today I'm going to line up the astro-gravitational report with, because the one understands the damage they did to the others. This is when at the moon and the sun had their inner fights with who? With the third energy, with the divine, with the goddess positions. That is the moon on the one side, the sun on the other side, and that was the divine energies, which is represent Uranus. And it's going to be a lot of healing. There's a lot of healing energies today. A lot. Use those healing energies, using it now, applying it within you. These healing energies, they're going to continue with the moon. That's going to walk into Virgo, and specifically midnight. There's going to be a healing energies in soul. That is when you finally got the situations. Maybe some of you have a bruised ego. Maybe some of you have to understand all the situations that was coming from this. I'm the queen, I'm the king, it's gonna be on my way. Well, our appreciations for understanding, you need to take another approach, new way. That's what the sun in Aquarius was, but they are both don't listen to divine energies, and finally getting to the point to see with the both sides from the left and from the right, and combining from within. A lot of wisdom during of this, so we can take a new road. We can take this unifications for illuminations from within on a personal level. With that being said, I want to say thank you to all of you that comes in the chat. Grande 7,777. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the hugs and the hearts and the namaste in there. Namaste to you. And you guys know I'm going to move you on the side. I want to look at the chart, what's going on. I see there has been a new subscribers. I want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you guys have so many questions, you can come into the chat and ask the questions here or the comments below. So with that being said, let's look at it, the stars for. So 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon actually is not going to be happy. The moon is opposing the ascendant and is opposing the rising of the sun. Because during that time at 7 o'clock in the morning, the sun and the ascendant, they are together. The rising of the sun is happening there. And the moon, it is like, well, the light is coming and I want to be be the light. I want to be the dark. I want to show in my own light in there. That is the representations in there. But there is a divine energies with Mercury. Later on, there's going to be a divine energies with Pluto. They are coming with the divine energies of Neptune. I talk about this. Those are the same energies if you pay attention there during the Leo season. So if you haven't learned the Leo season, maybe now you understand the mistakes that you didn't learn during the Leo season. That's what the Aquarius season is right now. It's like, hey, see how the things are on the other side. Don't just thinking about of the other positions in there. So is the universe said this. So at 7 o'clock, midheaven is in Sag. Beautiful trines there with Jupiter. There is a growth. There is also a trine with Lilith that it could be a healing, but be mindful with these energies with Lilith because Lilith is the two faces. I want this and then I don't want to. I get this and I don't want to. That can create a lot of problem with destiny because Lilith is squaring the North Node. So that's what this energy could be. So be mindful. But if you healing the other side, that is it when Lilith turns to the spiritual intimacy partner, evolving into there, not just wanted my own way. So with that positions, there is a beautiful energies with Pluto and Mercury that goes towards the moon, and Neptune is giving you the visions, the side of no more blind side. Because if you look at it inside of you, okay, your internal vision, your third eye, if you're looking only from this side, you only see it and you think with your right brain. If you look at it from this side, you only see it and think with your left brain. In order to have the third point of view of directions, you have to unite them both. And that is it, that beautiful divine energies that are coming from Neptune towards the moon and Mercury, that it's telling you, hey, look, you're missing a point. Look the other side, see the other side. And some of you is going to see the damage that was done on the other side. And from there, you're going to be thinking how to change and heal these positions. That's what the overall energy of this day will be. And beginnings with 7 o'clock. Um, at 8 o'clock, midheaven goes to 18 degrees of Sag. You might feel this intensity of expressions. But what do you want to express is the questions in there. There is a lot of these expressions. It could be lead to the love. It could be lead and connecting with our visions. Midheaven is going to be square the ascendant that is it together with Venus. Venus is still in fighting with Mars, so Mars is still fighting with Venus and the ascendant. So masculine, the feminine energies, left side, right side, still on fight there. They need to be healed. All that comes in and it's healing because of the moon right now. It's have also divine energies with Pluto transformations. You're transforming by not only looking at what you had, what you get, and what was your agendas. Now you look at it that your agenda maybe wasn't correct and what the aftermath is. That is going to lead you to these transformations there. But if you have not seen this, if you're now looking at it there, guess what? You're opposing the authority within yourself to look inside of it. And guess what? The moon, it is opposing Saturn. You didn't learn nothing. You didn't learn nothing. And that's what this learn nothing creates the intensity where the midheaven, it is square with the ascendant and Venus. You didn't learn about the fight that you don't have to fight Venus and Mars, and you're opposing Mars, the masculine energies inside of you, the divine masculine energies, that they have the courage to walk, talk, act, and believe as a person they wish to become, the truth personality from within. So all these energies are going to be playing on this. You may feel intensified energies. Maybe you feel like the water is boiling or is about to boil. And that is only a feeling of the energy. Because later on at 9 o'clock, midheaven is at 2 degrees of Capricorn, doing the work, the professionalism in there. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for coming in. And midheaven is sextiling with Saturn. It tells you here is the lessons. And the moon, it is a trine with midheaven. Did you did your work? The teacher asked. Did you did your homework? If you've been a student and haven't done your homework, guess what? What is the teacher gives you? Okay. So that oppositions with Saturn and the Sun right now towards the Moon is telling you grow. You should have done it. You should have get in it. You should have to done this, this, and this. Now it's a learning process, but through that learning process is like what? The energy of you to heal and to see what is. That is about this energy of before you do something. Think about it, the consequences. Think about the situations. Thinking about afterwards, not what the feeling of the emotions, the growth. That's what the Leo represents, the wisdom to have a growth from within. Saturn is together with Jupiter, which is the focuses of that growth, and very interesting. Jupiter and Ascendant there together at 9 o'clock. Beautiful sextile with Mercury and Pluto, and there is the divine energies of the Moon with Mercury and Pluto. So through communications and transformations inside of you, you are going to get this. Be careful in the 5D because in a 5D you may be expressing a lot of things that is going to be like you have not learned nothing. If you go to a person and start trying to figure out things out, but you haven't healed your ego from within, haven't seen the other side, all you're going to do is creating more nightmares. That is going to be coming in because you're choosing the wrong authority. That wrong authority, it's coming from the sun squaring Uranus. And the universe says you choose the wrong authority, you choose the wrong situations, you create the wrong damage, and now look what happened. You create damage that needs healing. And if there is this, if you didn't learn, you at least take a look to heal from within. Hi, Paulina. Thank you to see you here. Glad to have you here, and thank you for the love of this full moon because it was is a beautiful energy of healing, intense but beautiful. So at 10 o'clock, midheaven it goes at 16 degrees of Capricorn. There's a beautiful time with the 15 degrees Uranus there. Midheaven is like finally getting the point of the universe, trying to get you to this position. Right now, Venus and Uranus, they are a beautiful sextile. So is the Venus's sextile with the midheaven. The moon moves forward. So there is no more divine visions of healing. Now it is about divine transformations from within. You don't transform from within, there will be this fight with the authority and nothing more. Lessons has not been learned. So if you haven't learned it, the situation is getting not changed. You're going to be repeating the same lessons over and over and over again. But if you did that, the ascendant, that is at 0 degrees of Taurus, it tells you, you learned a lesson, you're going to have a new beginning in the material life, new material possessions, new material situations. Your things on earth is going to change. And that is the visions that's going to be coming to you at 10 o'clock in the morning. Some of you may be moving, some of you may be taking a new road, somebody have to take a new approach, new job, new opportunity, new visions of getting and creations and so on. Okay, you're also going to have the courage inside of you because the authority inside of you is in Aquarius. That is the new path. And you have the courage to take that new path. The courage. It is from within you. So at 11 o'clock, midheaven goes with Pluto. The energy is going to be cooled down on the one side. Okay, that is it. The beautiful energies of Pluto that says like you transform your visions, you transforming within Earth, everything is gonna be okay as long as you change. And those changes they have to come from the divine. You did not, though. Then the moon, it is squaring the ascendant. There, it is opposing Saturn and the Sun, and they're both squaring the ascendant. Now, what you see is a conflict. You still see on a one-sided. You still see about conflict. You still see the lower realms, the lower energies. What is it going on? Acting the old way. Old doors cannot be opened, they're already closed. Okay? And old keys cannot open a new door. And take a look at it from within you. You have to understand inside of you, either you change or you're changing the situations from within you. But you gotta learn these divine lessons. Midheaven is at 0 degrees of Aquarius. Tells you there is gonna be a new road, new manifestations from within the material world during this time. Ascendant is at 21 degrees of Taurus. But that square with the authority and Saturn is like, have you learned? If you haven't learned anything, then you're going to be angry, agitated. Things not going to be manifesting in your life. So if you look at the current position of life, is going to tell you where you've been. But if you see from the both sides inside of you, check that transformations from with you. Now you know what to do. You know what to heal. You know where to go. You know how to grow. It's all about the grow up from within you. 12 o'clock midheaven goes together with the sun. Now this situations is kind of like intense and going against the universe as you guys know that the sun is squaring Uranus the current moment, and the moon it's at the end of Leo. It is about these positions there. It comes in from within you. Are you blame the universe? Are you blaming situations? Are you blaming things inside of you, your intuitions? You may be missed situations. You may be things weren't right. But when you transform, these transformations lead you to the right path of life. Midheaven and the sun, they are trining with Mars in Gemini. You're taking the divine masculine approach. But careful with the masculine approach because the masculine may be too masculine from within. Right now, we have the war between feminine and masculine energy. Mars and Venus are squaring each other. Mars is 11 degrees of Gemini, and Venus is at 13 degrees of Pisces. You still have a fight inside of you. Why? Why do we have the fights? Look inside of you. There's going to be a peace from within because Venus, the feminine energy, it is beautiful sextile with Uranus. She's beautiful with the universe. That brings her inner peace. The masculine energies, they are growing. And they're growing these energies within the authority of age of Aquarius. So that's what those energies are, the one that they're working right now. So 1 o'clock, midheaven, it goes at 0 degrees of Pisces. That is going to be direct confrontations with the moon. The moon right now is sextiling with the ascendant in Gemini, the friendshipness. The moon understands that the friendshipness from within, that is the friendships between the left side and the right side from within you. You have these clear visions, these clear situations of talking to yourself and fix the situations. And the ascendant is going to be helping you out. Later on, in about like 6 hours later, midheaven is going to be in Gemini. And exactly that point with the moon is going to be at Virgo. That is going to be the healing energies. But you'll see the visions right now. This is going to be coming in because the moon and the ascendant, there is a sextile. The ascendant is the divine energies with Mercury, but the ascendant at the same time, it is a trining, the confrontation. It's trining the sun and Saturn. It tells you here he is. Use the friendshipness from within you, the friendshipness with the teacher, and the friendshipness within the authority that you are fighting. So when you go to the teacher and tell him, I messed up, I didn't understand this, I don't look at these situations, now I need to learn properly. When you're looking at it there, it's like, you know what? I overstepped my authority. I thought I was the boss. I'm the student. And I wanted to be the teacher. No, I'm not the teacher. The authority of the teacher lies within the teacher. And that's what this moon right now within Leo understood the growth from within. You see the both sides, the student and the teacher that are fighting from within you. Midheaven is going to be helping because it's straightening out the confusion. That's what it is, this energy that goes into Pisces. And later on at 2 o'clock, midheaven is at 17 degrees of Pisces. There is a beautiful energy with the ascendant that is in Cancer, healing and understanding the energies there about the family, healing the things within the family situations. It is very good with, it's very close with Venus, that is in sextile with Uranus. You understand, is it about this cooperation with the universe. Things are not controlled by you. Things are controlled by the universe. And by cooperations with the universe, you're learning. Some of you, though, still have not learned. And if you have not learned, Saturn, the teacher, is going to be like, you still want to be the teacher. You still want to be going your own way. You have not learned anything. Saturn, it is a oppositions with the moon. There is no other negative aspect in there. But the moon, it is in divine energies with both Mercury and Pluto. They are sextiling with Neptune. And you might see it, your lack of learning, lack of growing, lack of maturity, lack of situations. And you correct yourself, you're going to heal yourself, so you're going to be learning. And the conflict with the Saturn is going to be solved in you. So at 3 o'clock, the ascendant is at 21 degrees of Cancer. Is about the family, about the situations inside of it. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for coming in. And midheaven, it is together with Jupiter, the growth that is within. That growth that it's working with through Mercury and Pluto, that is a divine energies with the moon. That's what those energies are working currently. The ascendant, it is beautiful trine with Venus and Neptune. You understand the power of love and the power of the visions that they are working from within. So at 4 o'clock, the ascendant goes into Leo. It is like you seek the visions of what actually happened. Maybe old energy is going to rise from within. Maybe old situations is going to be coming in. Maybe old wounds it's going to coming. That is a very close with Lilith, and that oppositions with Mercury and Pluto, and the squaring with the North Node. Some of you learned that not seeing the other side, the damage that it was done, or the damage you did, or the damage from within yourself that you didn't did, what the effects were. Now there is a karma, there is a fate, so destiny, there is situations in there. And now you're seeing it from within you. It's going to come because this is a inner work that you have to face in about 5-6 hours later on. So about 5 o'clock, midheaven, it goes with the North Node. exactly the situations that we talking about is coming, is rising up. These situations, ascendant is a 15 degrees of Leo, that is a opposing the 70 degrees of the Sun. You like it or not, that energy of the full moon, it is did something to you, learn something from it. If you're still not learning, that energy is going to be affecting you more and more. It's kind of like a warning. It is like, hey, you self sabotage your destiny, you self sabotage yourself, you did some damage, you did situations, work from within you, heal it. What are you going to heal though? How the healing happens? Love, maturity. Because during this time, the ascendant at 15 degrees is a divine energies with Venus in Pisces. And Venus is connecting with what? The universe in you. Jupiter is a trine with both Lilith and the ascendant. You're growing there. The ascendant is sextile with Mars, taking the courage to accept the authority. Otherwise, your authority is fighting with the authority with the universe. And now it's like all this nightmare, it is because of the ego. You haven't balanced and understand that the ego desires does not fix situations, that only damage situations from within. And some of you maybe have this bruised ego inside of you. It's like, man, I did this bad positions and so on. But that is it, the wisdom that it's coming with. At this time, also, the moon it's already transitioned and in Virgo, and the moon has a beautiful trine with midheaven. You understanding that this healing right now is the healing from the damage that was done, the healing from the situations, the communications that it needs to be done. And if you have not done this, there's gonna be you didn't learn nothing because the moon is still opposing Saturn, the teacher from within. Saturn has only that aspect with the moon. There is nothing else in there. So at 6 p.m., the ascendant it goes together with the moon. There is a kind of like a quadruple divine energies towards Pluto and Mercury. Divine communication. Divine is going to be talking to you. Divine is going to be looking at from it to you. But midheaven is going to test you. It's going to be the triggers because now the ascendant and the moon they are both opposing the sun and opposing Saturn. Midheaven though is in Taurus. And here, what we talk about is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius situations now. Now we're experiencing the Aquarius situations. And there's going to be a heavy energies between the midheaven, Uranus, the Sun, and Saturn right there. It is like the fate, the destiny is pushing you. Maybe if you have a towers moment, you crashes in life, nothing works in your life. Think about why. You maybe look at it one side. You took a one side situations that didn't give you the full picture enough because you look at the one side, you never see that this one side creates the damage within life, the crashes. And those crashes right now, they are affected where? In Taurus, in the money. It could be a money, it could be a real estate, could be a place to live, could be a business, could be a loss of partnerships, business partnerships I'm talking about, or situations they have to deal within the material life in there. But if you learn the lesson, midheaven is a trine with Mercury, with these divine energies, and Uranus, it is beautiful energies with Venus. You getting these energies to be growing from within you. You took the authority there, the courage. So at 7 p.m., midheaven goes in Gemini. That's going to be the friendshipness and the situation. Hi, Erica. Thank you for coming in. During this energies right now, the moon, by moving more and more within Virgo, she is going to be squaring everything that is in Gemini, including Mars. You might be mad at the masculine energies inside of you, the masculine situations inside of you. You may be met the masculine partner in you, maybe with others, and so on. So be mindful what you do from now on. There's going to be like quite a few hours when this square of the moon is going to be really pushing your buttons in there. And there is a warning coming into you because the ascendant at 8 degrees that is in Virgo, it is opposing Venus, but Venus is squaring Mars. So is the ascendant is squaring Mars. So you're going to see the confrontations that it's coming between Mars and Venus. They have to learn before talk. So now learning it's coming in, but before learning, you have to heal the winning positions, the winning situations in there. And that is going to be coming in with the growth, the wisdom. Jupiter is going to be very much helping you to grow, taking it the new you. If you change during the last year with the Taurus, which is proper way of dealing with money, with houses and so on, or business partnerships and so on and so on, which that's what Taurus has. Okay, if you learn the proper ego situations, be it the wise king and kingdom, right? It's not you get all these situations square. If you did your shadow work, you purge everything out. That was during the Scorpio season. Now you have the authority that works with the courage within you. That helps you with everything. Midheaven and Mars beginning to have a beautiful trines with Pluto. Pluto pretty soon is walking in Aquarius. And now that's what this preparation is. The ascendant is telling you during these situations, you heal this thing. The ascendant is a beautiful trine with the North Node. You walking with your destiny if you did all this. You going with the universe because the ascendant is a trine with Uranus. Pretty soon the moon is going to be there. So is the midheaven. It's going to be with the moon. You use the intuitions of the both sides inside of you to look for a better life. Where on Earth? Where on Earth? In Taurus, because the North Node and the universe, which is Uranus, is in Taurus, in the material world. So at 8 o'clock midheaven, it goes at 9 degrees of Gemini. That is about friendshipness. You looking at the friendshipness with the authority. Ascendant is at 20 degrees of Virgo. Tomorrow, the moon, it's going to be there. And you're going to build out energies right now, divine energies with the authority. No more fighting in there. Intuitions finally gets it that fights always losing. When you find there is always a loser and no more fights, that is going to be the divine path between the moon and the sun. But you're going to be dealing with this tomorrow at some point, not today. But it's giving you visions of things that comes in ahead from within you. The ascendant is a beautiful trine with Mercury and Pluto. There is a divine energy still between Pluto and the moon. That is a divine transformations. That's what this is. The transformations within your intuition. Some of you is going to be triggered, maybe if you're a mother, grandmother, if you're a daughter that has to heal situations with mother, if you're understanding about this mother, the authority in there. And there's going to be a lot of feminine energies there going to be looking at inside what is the proper relationships in there. Some of you have not learned this because the Saturn and the moon is going to be really not learning the lessons. Maybe some of you is going to understand they have not learned the lessons. It's your job to learn. Nobody else's responsibilities. In you. You're in charge of yourself. So at 9 o'clock, midheaven is going to a Cancer. You understand this job that all you do is about family. Put the right authority within the family. Now the moon, it is sextile with midheaven, and the moon is just like, hey, what did you have to fight with the authority when it was not your time to take the authority there? And the sun is trine midheaven. Now they are working together. The authority is like, yeah, you see intuition, you made the wrong choices there. You shouldn't have fight. And that is this energy that's gonna comes in to create the balance. And that balance comes in because the ascendant is at 2 degrees of Libra. There is a beautiful trine with Mercury and Pluto that leads to the right visions, the right mysteries in there. You have not learned anything? Probably. Midheaven is at 3 degrees of a Cancer. There is a lack of growth within the family because Jupiter is squaring midheaven. Now the ascendant in Libra says like, hey, there is no balance, no growth, no visions. What I have to do with you when there is no balance? There is no balance. There is nothing I can do about it. There is no balance in the family. So it is what it is. Learned in there. The balance has to be made. Some of you is going to deal with this balance in the family, specifically in the next hour, because midheaven goes at 16 degrees of Cancer. There is a direct oppositions with Mercury there. You're going to be having this rough internal configurations inside of you. But the midheaven, first of all, it is sextile with the North Node. We follow the destiny in there. Second of all, have the right visions because it's trining Neptune. The love, talking about Venus. Okay, you look at it, the mysteries that it's required in the family. Okay, the ascendant right now, it is at 14 degrees of Libra. And it comes to a balance. Nobody else knows how to balance things except the Libra. And the universe and the North Node, they have a divine energies towards the ascendant. And the ascendant has a divine energies towards Libra. You will see this energy, but probably you're going to see them very early in the morning later on, because this is only an energy that comes in into visions inside the view. Because the ascendant, it's also trining Mars, takes the masculine divine approach, but it's trining the sun. They're all in trine in there. And with the blessing with the universe and Venus, they maintain the balance within. You don't have that balance. You have not grown because the ascendant, it is opposing Jupiter in Aries. You don't take the new road. You didn't learn from the past mistakes. You're going to repeat the same mistakes. If you have not evolved, then don't expect you to have a better future because you have now learned the lessons to create a better future. The creator of life is you. And that it's coming because the midheaven is got a divine energies with the sun. You take the divine authority not only to create your destiny, which is the North Node in Taurus, but it's also to have the divine energies in the family. If there is no one spirit in the family, one love within the family, then guess what? There is a conflict. And this conflict is coming from what? Miscommunications, lack of communications, lack of properly understanding of authorities within the family, respect, and so on. So at 11 o'clock at night, the ascendant goes at 26 degrees of Libra. Midheaven is at 1 degrees of Leo. That is this energy that it's coming inside of it, that it's showing you again about this Leo situations. You kind of like a reviewing. Some of you probably have intense energies that you're not transforming, not talking, not communicate. There is no balance. You will see these energies. But if you did from internally, from within yourself, you saw the visions. Ascendant is in divine energies with Neptune, and Neptune gives a beautiful trines energy towards midheaven, also towards Mercury and Neptune. Use that energies. Ascendant is a trine with Saturn and the Sun, the authority within the teacher, within yourself. The Moon is still opposing Saturn. Some of you still opposing things to learn inside of you. And that's what is going to lead to lack of growth. But if you decided to learn, Jupiter is beautiful trine with the midheaven. there. Jupiter is sextile with Mars, and Mars will be sextile with Midheaven in the next 20 minutes. So all these energies is telling you, heal, heal the things from within you. And gonna talk about a little bit about 1 o'clock in the morning. For that 1 o'clock in the morning there. This is gonna be when the midheaven joins the moon. That is it. Direct oppositions with Saturn there. There is no more oppositions with the sun. But the ascendant is at 19 degrees of Scorpio. That is that opposing Uranus there. There is a squares with the sun, and that midheaven with the moon creates also squaring with Mars. There's going to be a lot of intense energies. If you have not done the soul work, the soul is going to be screaming from within you. Lilith is going to be squaring the North Node, the destiny inside. And with all those intense energies, be mindful what you do. But if you're following the divine roads, the divine healing, it's going to be coming in towards you. That's what you need to look inside of yourself. If you can't fall asleep, if you're toss and turn, and so on and so on, giving you the heads up because there's going to be a very special divine time coming in from Jupiter. That is Zeus, the ruler of the gods. He is the one who represents the world. It is the divine energies with midheaven and the moon and Virgo. That is it, the divine energies of Mother Mary that gives this beautiful unconditional love from within you. But at the same time, the same energies of Mother Mary, it's going to be coming into Pluto to help you to transform yourself. That is it, the mother that says, don't be angry. You don't have to be, because the anger will destroy you, but also will destroy people. You have to be wise, become wiser. And that is going to be the two positions from within you that you're going to be able to see. Okay? Beautiful, divine healing. You may be going to have some dreams of divine healing coming towards you. Maybe the divine is going to be coming in and work with you during your sleep. Maybe you feel like a purging. Maybe you feel like holy water was given to you, or so on and so on. That's what this energy is. But if you did your shadow work from within you during the Scorpio season, because ascendant at 19 degrees of Scorpio, there it is beautiful trine with Venus and Neptune. If you're not done that shadow work, then you gotta have to do a shadow work with the sun. You gotta have facing the teacher, and which is Saturn, and you have to face the universe. So thinking about today, how you gonna proceed from within your life. Hopefully, this astro-gravitational report shows you the both two sides from within you, both two situations, and you making up your mind, because the peace, it is one of the soul, the mind, and uh, um, the ego from within you. They are both on the same page, and you make one conscious decisions, and you are in an internal peace from within you. Love you all, and you guys, if you have some questions, you can ask for it. Matthew, thank you for coming in. Like to see you here. If you guys have some any questions, if you want to share some experience from yesterday report, please do. Some of you who is looking for a astro-gravitational personal report about who you are as an energy, make sure you catch me before the 9th of February. I won't be available after the 9th of February till probably like 14, 15, 16, somewhere out there. I will have another surgery. So I will be out. But I want to make sure before I leave, I'm probably going to do like what I did the last time, a weekly astro-gravitational report for the week, what you guys may expecting going on from within. All right, guys. So if you have no questions or anything, let's share the love and the light here, and we are gonna be going there. We are at the main channel. We are gonna be talking about something that is really needs it down there in the community. That is a um, long-term separations and seeing your TF in a dreams. For So that's what we are going to be discussing in about 3 hours from now. All right, guys. So let's share the love and the light and stay within the both side. You guys learn it through the. If you need some help, go to the main channel there and watch the live videos. They actually shows up all these transitions in practice, not from me personally, but talking about personally within the people who actually participating in the live chat. The energy actually is there. If you need to learn something, that's what that is. You have it from within you. All right, guys. Love you all. Be love, and I will see you tomorrow. Mhm. I can't find my hearts. I guess that's how it's gonna go. All right, guys. Be love.